What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Naruto Explain here, bringing you guys another discussion for Boruto Naruto Next Generations, the manga. And for anime only fans, this is the time of the month where a lot of the content that you guys are going to see on the channel is going to be spoiler heavy. However, with all that being said though, if you're still here, I'm assuming that you guys have already read the latest Boruto manga chapter and you guys just don't care about me talking about spoilers. So jumping right in, I think we need to have a serious conversation about the possibility of an Eida versus Sasuke Uchiha battle, and the fact that Code is going to be hunting down Sasuke and Naruto and Boruto and Kawaki and Amato. It's one of those things to where when you really look at it, what better way to actually establish how strong Eida is than to actually have her go up against Sasuke. And I think that this is something that is needed for the fandom, because ever since Sasuke lost the power of the Rinnegan and Naruto lost the power of the Kyuubi, there have been all types of discussions and conversations and etc. about how strong these people are now that they no longer have the two things that really a lot of fans identified them with, as far as them having monstrous power, Naruto having Kurama's chakra, and then Sasuke having the Rinnegan. And I think this is a good way to kill two birds with one stone. So we saw in the last Boruto chapter how Code has this insane ability with those straps to where he's able to throw those straps around and he can use those karma abilities he has to augment his body and make these claws that can shoot through all the straps, and he can actually teleport his body through the straps and attack from blind spots. And so when you would look at it, you would think that Sasuke versus Code would be a really troublesome fight, and yet at the same time, look at how Code's jutsu actually works. That's something that Sasuke, he still has Amaterasu. Sasuke can just burn those straps up, and if that happens, Code, he no longer has that advantage. And so the reason why I think that Eida would be a better person for Sasuke to fight is this is somebody that we as the audience have no idea for the true depth of her power. It's stated that she's stronger than Jigen, but we don't know if Amato was referring to Jigen or if he was referring to Isshiki. It's really hard to actually tell because Amato refers to Jigen and Isshiki as two separate beings. But the fact is that if she is stronger than Jigen, this gives you the opportunity to actually see just how well Sasuke does now. Regardless whichever way Masashi Kishimoto takes this gives you an opportunity to actually see Sasuke and find out how far he's able to push himself and then establish Eida as a clear threat. You don't want to do something like, I'm going to switch anime for a second, but you don't want to do something like how Dragon Ball Super just did with the latest chapter, where it was Granola, and we saw Granola fighting a bunch of people that we had no personal connection to. We had no any type of intel on how strong these people were. It was just like, oh yeah, okay, Granola's a lot stronger. Oh, I guess he fodderized this guy who's supposed to be really powerful. Whatever. Well, with Sasuke, we know how strong Sasuke is. We've had a long ass time to just journey with Sasuke and watch his growth and his maturation process. And so when you have this new character take down Sasuke in that fashion, all of a sudden that's what it lets you know as the reader, like, okay, this guy right here, this Eida chick, she's somebody super serious. Just getting the statement stronger than Jigen is one thing, but actually showing us the true depths of her power, now that's another thing right there. That's something that's really going to work for creating tension and conflict. I think the best way to actually go about this is that while Code is doing whatever it is he's going to do, whether it be confronting Naruto at the 5 Kage Summit, which I don't think they'll do. I don't think they want to pay a full homage to what happened during the preparation for the 4th Great Ninja War. I don't think you want to actually see something like that. But I do think that you could have a situation here to where maybe Code is going after Amato and secretly kills Amato after getting the limiters taken off of his body, which could very well be a thing. That could very well be a thing right there. And if that happens, I'll personally feel trolled because I've been saying Amato is probably a unreliable narrator and Code is the red herring. But let's say that's the route that Masashi Kishimoto takes it and Code is able to tap into his full power. Well, this is all the more reason why we need to see how strong Eida is. And so that will give you a great opportunity to actually show us how far science has progressed in this new era of the 4th Great Ninja War. And for a storytelling aspect, I think that if you have Eida do something like going as far as actually killing Sasuke, maybe you do this after the time skip, that way the people that want to see a Sasuke and Boruto time skip training arc, all of a sudden that makes Sasuke's sacrifice something that is easier to swallow. Because I think that at this point right here, the fact is that Kurama being killed off stays in line with what Masashi Kishimoto said a while back, which is no character safe from the old generation. And I'm of the mind state, and I've been calling for Sasuke's death since as far back as I think chapter 36, when Jigen was inside that dimension where the Ten Tails was. I said, like, yo, Sasuke's character's kind of run his own course at this point. There's nothing else for Sasuke to fully give to us at this point in the timeline. And the pushback to it was, well, we need the training arc. Well, Boruto and Sasuke, they've had part of their training during the tuning exams and during that time period. That wasn't quite as long as what Jiraiya was able to train Naruto in the 4 weeks where Naruto learned the Rasengan. But if you do this in the time skip, all of a sudden it gives you opportunity where we know everything happened off screen, just as Naruto and Jiraiya's training happened off screen after, I think it was Naruto chapter 237, where Naruto is leaving the village and he's looking up at the Hokage monument, makes the fist, and then he walks out the village with Jiraiya. We didn't see none of the training that happened during the time skip in the manga. The stuff you saw in the anime with Naruto learning the cooperation ninjutsu and etc., none of that stuff was shown in the manga. I think that we very briefly saw the giant Rasengan training. It was just Jiraiya saying, we're going to teach you how to make a giant Rasengan. So we didn't see a lot of that training there. So if the benchmark is that Boruto and Sasuke have to have their Naruto and Jiraiya time length, we're kind of at that point now. You might want to do one more little small sequence, but we're kind of at that point there. And I think that just as Jiraiya was used as a way to get pain over and set the stage, I think that maybe doing something like this for Sasuke with the character of Eida or with the character of Code, I think that's something that can work. I think that that's something right there to where emotionally that's going to have a huge impact on Boruto Uzumaki as a character. And I think it would really work as if Boruto actually saw Eida kill Sasuke right in front of him, and that ends up triggering his Otsutsuki power that's inside of him. I think that is something that could work right there. However, I want to know from you guys, do you guys think that Eida should be used as potentially the start of Boruto losing everything, by Boruto losing his treasured master Sasuke Uchiha? Let me know down in the comment section below. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.